Welcome to Let's Play Super Draft, your inside source on Super Draft, the most exciting development in daily fantasy sports. And now, here's your host, Tim McNeff.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody. You can already hear the man, the myth, the legend. We are primed and ready to go on Let's Play Super Draft because you know what this is? This is the future of fantasy sports. Super Draft is out to deliver winning experiences to every sports fan by getting you closer to the game while advancing daily fantasy sports as we know it. If you've been with us this week, we've all been learning about Super Draft from this man, what it is, how it's different, how it offers you an opportunity to make money even when your teams don't. He is the one and only Mr. Kevin Weldon, a.k.a. Blake the Singer, Super Draft's #1 fantasy coach. Hey, your team held it last night. They were so close, but you had to know when they gave the ball back to Tom Brady with 124 left. You knew, didn't you?
You know, I was hoping, but you don't give Tom Brady the ball back in a game situation like that and expect that it's not going to turn out in his favor more often than not. So I'll just be honest with you, Tim. You know, I grew up in East Texas. You know, most of my friends and, you know, people know that. I just, you know, that's just where I grew up. I grew up in the Dallas Cowboys were the team when I was little. So, you know, wherever you grow up and whoever your friends and your family and things like that, like you, probably that's going to be your team. So I know that once football season rolls around, I got some, I'm not going to call them mortal enemies. We can be like, you know, the sheepdog and the coyote on Saturday morning cartoons. But, man, when that whistle goes, it's like, you better watch out, man. Don't be bringing that Dallas Cowboy jersey around our house, man. We're going to burn that thing. And then after the game's over, hey, bro, come on over. Got some beers in the cooler, you know. But, no, it was a fantastic game, Tim.
Yeah. How old are you?
You know, I'm turning 55 on Monday. And we're going to have a big Monday night blowout party, too. We'll talk about that maybe a little later.
So I'm 58. So I'm a hardcore Viking fan in the 70s. You grew up a hardcore Cowboys fans, the Doomsday Defense, the Purple People Eaters. The farce when Drew Pearson pushed off and caught that touchdown pass in 1975. Not that it's still bothers me.
How about the 99.5-yard run that Tony Dorsett had on Monday Night Football? I was watching that game. It's amazing at what we remember after all these years, Tim.
So I'll tell you two quick ones, and the second one I think you really appreciate. But so when I took the job down in Waco, you know, the Cowboys were on their way to the Super Bowl, and I'm working there on a Sunday because I did the weekend sports at KXX VTV in Waco, Texas, and all the people in the building are watching the Cowboys game. And so I'm in a room by myself watching the Vikings and the Packers, and we're done. We're going to lose when all of a sudden Jim McMahon, who was our quarterback at that time, throws a ball to a guy named Eric Gulliver, who I'd never heard of before, who catches it and steps out at the 9. And I just go bananas because now we got the game-winning field goal set up and we're going to win. And I'm like screaming. And I turn around and the whole place is looking at me like, what is this guy watching? And I said, I'm watching the Vikings and the Packers. So people came up to me for the next 2 weeks and they were like, hey, I heard you were watching the Vikings when the Cowboys run. And they would just laugh. They thought that was so funny that I would be watching the Vikings when the Cowboys run. They couldn't even wrap their head around it. So just one more quick one, if you would. I'm there in Waco when they dedicate the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. And in the class of first inductees is Tom Landry. And he is every bit as classy and every bit as wonderful as you ever thought that he was. And I'm this Minnesotan on the outside. And so the whole thing is over and he says, y'all sound like you're not from around here. And I go, that's not a bad thing, is it? And he kind of just smiled. He goes, where are you from? I said, here it comes. I go, I'm from Minnesota. And I'm going to tell you right now, you know it and I know it. Drew Pearson pushed off and he just laughed. He just let out the biggest laugh and he said, we had some great games. I said, yes, we did. And it's an honor to meet you. So that was my brush with Tom Landry.
Wow,
we digress. Awesome. We got news to pass along, and that's
yes, we do.
I have money in my bank account,
bro. That's awesome, Tim. I can't wait to hear about it, dude. I got money in my bank account too, but not as much as Natalie has in her bank account.
How'd you do last night?
I did decent. Actually, to be honest with you, Tim, I didn't win any money.
$6.75. Here I come.
That's awesome. So I was pretty disappointed. I had some random stuff, but I went ahead and went with some picks that I thought could potentially turn out. and Natalie won $96, I believe.
Wow.
She won 50 in one and 40 in one, and I think it was 2 or 6. So it was either 90. Well, hey, I'll pull up the screen and we'll take a gander.
Sure. We'll see what she
Why
did.
not, man? Let's take a look real quick.
Yeah, sure they did. Yeah, sure she did.
Okay.
We can show
we'll do
them.
The share. Yeah, let's just pull it up. Okay, here we go. Look here. $50. She had 213 points. She had $6.40. So it was $96.
I got to get my act together here. Okay, folks, now you can see it. Please start again.
Okay, so $50 in this one. No, none here. $6 in this game and $40 in this game with different lineups, I might add. Let's see. Let's click on this lineup here. This looks like Prescott in the championship mode, Brady, CeeDee Lamb, Gronkowski, and Godwin. So that won 40. And then this lineup here was Brady in the championship spot, Prescott, Lamb, Cooper, and Godwin. So that was her biggest point total, 213.14. And let's take a look at this category. This category, she won $6. She had Brady, Godwin. Of course, Elliott did not pan out, Cooper, and Lamb. So when I play, Tim, I like to – we'll do the stop share real quick. When I play, I like to select different lineups for each of the different categories. I personally do. Some people will create the very best lineup that they feel the best about, and they'll enter that same lineup in every package category that they have. So the good news is if you do well in the money in one category, you're probably going to do well in the money in all the categories. On the other hand, if you don't do well in the money in one of the packages, you probably aren't going to do well in the other. So I like to give myself, some different combinations of players, and that's just my personal strategy. Rarely will I use the same lineup in all four, and it's usually on days when I just don't have time to get in and really analyze and study. I said, okay, this is the best pick I can think of right now, and boom, I'm going to just enter it in all four categories.
So I had just played the day before for the first time, and it didn't finish in any money. And so yesterday I waited because I have the elite package, and the elite package gives you inside information, and and it gives you actually their lineups. Now, it was all new to me, and I didn't understand it at first, but I spent a couple of minutes with it, and I figured it out. The biggest mistake I made, which cost me $6.75 versus I think 40 and 50, was Rob Gronkowski, because I had Godwin, I had CeeDee Lamb, and I had both Dak and Tom Brady in all of my rosters, but I didn't have Gronkowski, and that was the big one there. And I'm like, I had the opportunity for 4 different games, and I didn't put him on one. Yeah, and that was not good on my part. Well,
Amari Cooper was
another good
don't
game.
Forget Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper had a monster game. So he scored a lot of points too. If you would have had Amari Cooper or Gronk in the championship mode, I believe the winners had the ones that, and I went and looked at the big games. There was a game last night that had $8,000 up for grabs in first place on down, but that was one of the games where it's a paid entry game. See, when you get into Super Draft, this is one of the things that I love about it. There are people out there that love to do daily fantasy, and I say, Kevin, I don't want to be just limited to those package games. Can I do? Yes. If you live in a state that has paid entry daily fantasy, you can get in and do the other paid entry games in Super Draft. But it's the subscription package that makes this so popular, because it allows people in all 50 states to be able to participate in inner lineups and win, and what you're going to get ahead of time. So if you spend the $19.95 for the basic package, you're going to get 2 lineup entries in the game every day for the whole month, because it's a monthly subscription. And those 2 categories, you can compete for the money in the free and basic, and you can also compete for the money in the basic plan. So, or the free and fun and the basic. So with that $19.95 subscription, you actually get 2 entries every day in the games. And then of course with the premium plan, it's $50 a month. Now you get another entry into that category. And these are different categories. Okay. So entry here, entry here, entry here. Money pays out here, more money pays out here, more money pays out here. And then the elite is a 4th entry, and even way more money pays out in the elite category. And here's another interesting thing too. I'm not sure how long this promotion is going to last. It may be just until the game starts on Sunday, but for any subscription that a player purchases to come play daily fantasy, you're going to get tickets for you're going to get a $20 ticket to enter that $250,000 guaranteed cash prize game for the NFL weekend. So if you get the basic, you're going to get one $20 ticket. So basically that one $20 ticket just paid for the $19.95 package. If you get the $50, you're going to get 2 of those entries. If you get the elite, you're going to get 5. So that $100 subscription is going to get you 5 $20 tickets that you can enter 5 times in the $250,000 guaranteed money payout for the opening weekend of NFL. Now, again, you have to be in states that allow for paid daily fantasy. I'm not going to talk about the workarounds here because I don't want to get in trouble. But if you get the elite package, you still get all the benefits with the elite, but the bonuses are going to be those extra tickets that you get to enter the big cash games. And first prize, Tim, $50,000.
$50K.
$50K.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Minnesota, this super draft, 100% legal, all above board and good to go. So I do another show with a gentleman where we do handicapping of games, and he's given 9 prop bets in the last 2 days, and he is he 8 and he's 7-1, I think is what it is in 8. And so he's great at this, right? And so I put that, and somebody just put on me to Twitter. They said, when are we going to be able to do this in Minnesota legally? I said,
now.
Yeah, right. I said, interesting, you should ask, because State Senator Carla Bigham has introduced legislation, and we're going to have her on that show to talk about that. But you know what you can do right now? And I sent my link to be a player and to be a coach.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Guess what we have tonight, Tim? Not to switch on you real quick, but my mind has been racing because we are talking about sports. You know, we've got college football. So for those of you that have the subscriptions, we've actually got games to play today, and it's NCAA football. And I've got a couple of hot little tips for everybody.
I grabbed my pen.
All right. Well, first of all, remember, every single day, depending on which package you have, you get entries into the contest. So there is the free and fun pass. So even if you just want to come and try it out, Tim's got a link that will let you select the free and fun pass. Select that pass and then start to play with us and see how you like it. Chances are you're going to fall in love with this like everybody else. And then if you choose to, you can always upgrade at any time throughout the month. And you're not locked into these. It's easy to cancel and it's easy to upgrade or downgrade at any time. So, yeah. So the free pass will get you 1 entry. Again, first prize pays out like $10. Then you got the basic pass. It's $19.95. The premium pass is $50. The elite pass is $100. But again, each time you get a higher price package, you get everything in the preceding pass. So if you get the basic, you get an entry in the free and an entry in basic. If you get the premium, you get 3 entries. If you get the elite, you get 4. So I'm just going to click on the elite. I'm going to click on the free entry because I have this subscription. So I'm going to click on join now, and we're going to see that the game tonight is whoever UND versus UTS. And that just crushed me. All right. That just crushed my tips I was going to give you because I had some insight on UTEP, University of Texas at El Paso. And they're not even the team. So with this being one team versus another, you'll have to go and basically I'm going to have to start from scratch now. And the way that this, when it's a head-to-head, kind of like it was last night with the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, you're going to get to select the champion. This is the player on either the 2 teams that you think is going to score the most fantasy points in the game. And they're going to get a 50% bonus. So make sure that when you select this champion, that you do a little bit of research. More than likely, it's going to be a quarterback, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that case. But just go and look between these 2 teams. There's different resources out there that you can go and look into. Tim, you might even have something. But select the player that you think is going to do the very best, have the best game tonight, and you'll get to select 4 additional players from either team. Now, remember, you have to have at least 1 person from each team.
Right.
So you can select 1 from one and 4 from the other, or 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, whatever you want to do. But we do have college football tonight, and we're going to have college football tomorrow. And then, of course, the NFL weekend is coming up on Sunday. So lots of opportunities here with Super Draft. We have an absolutely spectacular time. There's a way for you to get in for no money, with the free. You can get in for as little as $19.95 for the basic subscription, the $50 or the $100. It just gives you more chances to win and have fun.
But yes, but you can do this. You don't have to spend any money at all. You can just participate and have a great time doing this. And we think that you're going to find out once you get exposed to this that there's a lot more out there, and you're going to want to be part of this. That's honestly what has happened to me. I couldn't wait yesterday, because the day before I was locked into putting my lineup in early, and I got scorched because 3 players, it was a baseball play, and 3 players didn't even get on the field. So of course I didn't make any money. So yesterday I waited. I went through. I spent just a little bit of time, and I learned, about how to navigate the site. It was very easy. Put in my lineups, kicking myself last night because I'm like, how could I have 4 teams and not have Rob Gronkowski on any of them? So it's a learning process. But I've got $6.75 out of last night, and I feel like, you know what? I didn't get anything the night before. Now I'm in the money. I got to walk before I run. But with working with you on this whole process, I'm going to get there. And the best part about this is there's a whole part of this where even if your teams don't do anything, you can still make money.
Yes. And Tim, that's the thing that's really, for me, the most exciting piece about this, because like we talked about a couple of times already this week, there are a lot of people that would love to find a way to put some extra money in their pocket. It's been a rough last year and a half, 2 years. It's been rough for a lot of people. A lot of people have, and they've also gotten used to staying home, and it's really, really hard. Once you get used to staying home, it's really hard to go back and do something unless you really love what you're doing.
Right.
And there have been a lot of career changes. There's a lot of people out there that just, they're entering this almost like a funk because they just don't want to go back and be around the people that they were around, or the boss that they were around, or the job that they were around. Listen, I'm not trying to tell you that Super Draft is your answer overnight. But what I am telling you is this: there is a way for you to create some extra income with Super Draft by becoming a Super Draft Pro, doing something that's fun, that you love to do, that's exciting, and you can do it from home. You can do it from anywhere. I mean, as long as you've got your phone with you, your tablet, your laptop, you can get in and you can enter games. You can share with your friends. You can challenge your friends. You can create games just for your friends to come and play. There's so much here to offer. But what we're doing is we're creating a culture of fun and excitement, people winning money every day in these games, and people like yourself, myself, and people all around the country that are actually building what we call a street team. And a street team are the people that you share with, and the people that they share with, and the people that they share with, and so on and so forth. And you can actually earn override commissions based on how well you coach your team. All right. So The really cool thing about it is just because Tim may draft you in the first round and you may become a coach on Tim's team, guess what? You also get to develop your team. All right. You get to develop your team, and you could actually build a bigger team and a more profitable team than Tim. This is such a cool thing about it, because there are direct commissions involved whenever players or coaches on your team purchase a subscription package. And so the more subscription packages that you're responsible for, then the more direct commissions you're going to make. And then there's also the bonuses and the overrides and things like that. But at the end of the day, what I do know, Tim, is this is something unlike anything I've ever been a part of before. I'm not going out selling lotions, potions, energy drinks, home cleaning products. That's fine. There's a lot of people that are doing that and making a great living, skincare, crypto education, CBD oil. But for me, sports is my bag, baby. As Austin Powers says, that's my bag, baby. And I love sports. I love playing daily fantasy, and I would do it anyway. But now that I can create my own business out of this and become a coach, a Super Draft Pro, man, this makes perfect sense to me. I'm absolutely having the time of my life with it, Tim.
So I have been joined by Kevin every day since Tuesday, and we've got an exciting announcement regarding him coming up. And I have learned a lot this past week. And one of the things I learned was, well, why Super Draft? I brought this to some people, and they say, well, you're behind the big guys. You're way behind them. I mean, why would I do that and buy a subscription when I could just do that instead? And I asked Kevin that question. Well, why? And your answer was?
Well, I mean, first of all, Super Draft is legal in all 50 states. There are no sharks in the package games. So you have to ask yourself, if you go and you do Super Draft and FanDuel, how much have you spent on entry fees and how many times have you won? I mean, yeah, it's fun, but we wanted to even the playing field here. And I say we, and I use that term loosely. It's Steve Wang and Super Draft. I'm just a coach. I'm just a guy that found this and fell in love with it and said, I want to go out and share this with everybody I know. Because, Tim, I have a lot of friends that have I got guys that are spending on average $500 a month in entry fees. And when they look back over the course of the year, their losses, that they haven't even won enough to cover what they're spending. And FanDuel and DraftKings aren't sending them anything. You might get a one-time referral bonus if you bring your friends over there, but that's a one-time deal. With SuperDraft, they are allowing us to go out and spread the word. So instead of SuperDraft spending $100 million a month to go out and promote and market and advertise, which you guys know, you go out and you spend $100 million, you're going to bring in you're going to get exposure everywhere, and you're going to bring in a lot of players. But just as many players are going out the door as coming in the door, because they get tired of entering the games over and over and over and not winning any money. SuperDraft wanted to even the playing field. So, and listen, you can still go do anything you want to do.
Whatever you want.
We're just showing you an alternative way to have some fun. And if you really do enjoy daily fantasy sports, why wouldn't you want to create a business with this? SuperDraft is the only one that will allow you to do that. And we're not talking about $200-$300 like those checks I was showing you, Tim. We are going to have coaches in SuperDraft that are going to be earning life-changing income. And I'm not going to come out and give any income representations, but I know how this works. And I know that when you go out and share with a few people, and they share with a few people, and they share with a few people, I know how this compensation, they call it our Street Team Wealth Plan. I know how the Street Team Wealth Plan pays out. And I'm going to tell you right now, we will have people in this company that will be earning 5 and 6 figures monthly. And once this thing goes globally and we're all over the world, and we've got soccer and cricket and ping pong and volleyball and drone racing and disc golf and all the other things that are coming, there are going to be people all over this world that are going to want to make some extra money from home doing daily fantasy sports. And we're literally going to have millions and millions of players and coaches in this business. And right now, Tim, we are on the ground floor. We are the official daily fantasy partner of Caesars Casinos. Caesars wants to become the #1 platform in the world. I'm not going to bet against Caesars, just like I didn't bet against Tom Brady.
You know, I was waiting for that, and I was going to throw that out there if you did not. If people are wondering, well, who's behind this super draft? It is Caesars, and they put a lot of money behind this. This is the rollout. If you're saying, I haven't heard of this, that's because you are here on the ground floor. We are just getting started. If you're watching this in the Twin Cities and you know me, you know that my brand and my reputation is everything to me. And so this is a situation where you can play the game and you don't have to spend a dime. Should you decide you want to get into one of these things, the entry level is not going to stop anybody from going hungry over the course of or the week or the month or whatever it is. And then really when you get into the business opportunity that's there, this is the one thing that Kevin and I, we speak the same language. It's sports. I know guys who do this all the time. And I say guys, gals too, but I mean, this is the future. This is where all of this is going. And these people are ahead of this. And what the point of this show is, and when I did this, I reached out to Kevin. I was introduced. Somebody else brought Kevin in the picture, and he tells great stories. And we're going to tell the Brett Favre stories sometimes, and they're funny. He's a good Texas guy. He's a good storyteller.
Oh, man.
But it makes sense. And we did this whole thing. And so I reached back and I said, look, I want to do a show about this. Would you come on and help me? Because I can't explain to people about Super Draft the way Kevin can. He's the #1 coach recruiting out there. So he said he would do this. And so I was going to get in touch with him afterwards and say, well, what are we going to do about next week? Because he talked about bringing other people on. And before we went live today, he said something to me that has absolutely made my day. And that is,
I'd love to partner with you, bro.
You want to be a part of the show going forward.
Yeah, this is fun, man. I love it.
This is awesome. Yes.
I love it.
So
for the next foreseeable future, Tim, I'm going to be here with you every day. And we will bring in some other guests from time to time, because I've got some of the top executives with Super Draft, and the guys that are actually designing the games and the strategists. I mean, I can bring in guests that can give us some more insight. Also, the original founders that even brought me here, we'll get those guys that had the idea that took it to Super Draft. So we're going to have some special guests over these next few weeks. We'll have some amazing stories. We're going to share some tips with you. And another thing, too, I'd love to do, Tim, is I'd like to have, maybe a segment of the show moving forward where we answer questions from some of the listeners. So if you guys have anything that you want to know about it, you'd like for us to talk about, if you'll just send in an email into Tim or just contact him and let him know, hey, we want to make this entertaining. we want to be very respectful of your time. We want to make sure that it's enjoyable, that it's informative, but it's fun. And this is what we're going to do.
And we want you to win, both as a coach
yes, we do.
And as a player. So one of the things that I'm working on too is to try to, if we can't get someone from Super Draft, and these people are busy, and I get it.
Oh, no, don't say if we can't. We absolutely, I'm telling you right now, we can.
Well, I know you can get people who are like at the uppermost level of this, and I know that. Where I was going with this is, I mean, as far as the daily tips, I want to get people and give them an opportunity, some people that I trust who see this stuff and will say, they've seen the lineup for tonight and these are their plays, or this is what they might do. And so what I want to give is something that will give you an opportunity. If you say, man, I don't play football enough, or I don't know anything about like the teams that are in this game tonight, what we want to do is we want you to have a good experience, and we'll do everything we can to help you have a good experience. This is not a sure thing in the sense of the games. Nothing ever is. But as far as this opportunity and going forward, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that is just lifting off. This is the time. And this is the man. This is the man right here, Kevin Weldon.
Well, we are going to have just an incredible time over these next few weeks and few years, guys. We're going to be around for a while. This is sports is not going away. Caesars is not going away, guys. So, and people that love to play daily fantasy, I mean, there's 60 million people in the United States alone engaging in daily fantasy sports. And we expect that we are going to contribute to another 20 million of those over the next 2 or 3 years. And they're going to be coming into Super Draft. And if you're looking for an opportunity, you want to be on the ground floor, don't get drafted in the 15th round, or heaven forbid, sit on the sidelines for the next 5 years and watch people get drafted left and right that are having a blast, winning some money, building street teams, creating passive residual income that's coming in every month, whether you play the games or not. We have something here for everybody. And if you just want to be the casual free player, we've got that too. But the most important thing is we want to get connected again. We want to unify. We're creating a culture of fun and entertainment and friendship and family, and make a little extra money or make a lot of extra money. It's whatever you want to do. It's whatever you want. We want to have something for you. Before we wrap it up today, Tim, I'm going to throw it back to you for in just a second. But I do want to remind everybody, we do have something special coming up on Monday.
I was going to ask.
And Monday, Tim, we'll go into more of the details, because a lot of times people may forget over the weekend. You guys might be going out and partying hard all weekend and forget all about it come Monday. But on Monday, for Monday Night Football, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Baltimore Ravens. It's on Monday Night Football. Super Draft is creating a special game. I think they're calling it Kevy B's 55th birthday blowout or something like that. But it is my birthday, and I was thinking, what do I want to do this year? Natalie's, what do you want to do? I said, you know what? I want to have a Monday Night Football party. But since we can't, open up the doors here in Canada and have hundreds of people, we're going to do it on Zoom. And we're going to announce all that information for you on Monday so you guys can join us. But it will be a come and go. If you want to stay the whole time, we're going to be there from 15 minutes before the game starts until 15 minutes after the game is over. We're going to have special celebrity guests that are coming in that are going to be wishing me happy birthday. Actually, I've already gotten a couple of them right now, and I was blown away at a couple of people that have already sent in videos to wish me happy birthday. You guys aren't going to want to miss that part of it. We're going to have Steve Wang from Super Draft come in and speak, Anthony Giambetti. There's going to be several people that are going to come in. We're going to have leaderboard updates. We're going to have fantasy player updates. Hey, if you had so-and-so, if you had so-and-so, if you had so-and-so, he just got this number of points. Let's go check the leaderboard. We're going to put it up on the screen. We're going to shout out people that are in first place, shout out people that are in last place. We're going to have an absolute blast on Monday night for Monday Night Football. And if you guys want to engage with us in that, go ahead and get Tim's link now. And if nothing else, at least get that free pass, that free and fun pass, so you guys can select a lineup. I think it's only going to hold 1,000 people in this game, and we want to fill it up. All right, we want to fill it up. There's going to be some cool cash and prizes. There's going to be some extra surprise prizes that I can't talk about right now. You guys will see that once everybody gets their lineups submitted. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We might even have a person that comes in 55th place might win something special from me personally. So just be here on Monday morning with Tim, myself. We're going to share more of the details about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But between now and then, at least go ahead and get Tim's link, get you a free and fun pass. If you want to get the basic or the premium or the elite, that's fine. You more chances to win more money. And remember, if you get one of those packages, you're going to get those tickets for the $250,000 giveaway game this weekend. So just a little bonus there, a little carrot, for some people say, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it. But if you want to just come and try it out, again, the free and fun pass, Tim's link will get you there.
Absolutely. I put it out there this morning on the Facebook post regarding this show, and we've got Kevin Weldon joining us going forward. We're going to be bringing the top people from Super Draft, and our goal is to make Let's Play Super Draft, this show, this community, the number one as far as growing the business, the number one as far as winnings, and number one as far as having fun. This guy's all about it, and he turns 55 on Monday, and I will be there for your party, virtually, of course, and I can't wait.
It's going to be fun, Tim, and I'm so excited to be partnered up with you on this. This is going to be a lot of fun. And guys, as we grow this thing over the next few weeks, few months, there are people that are watching right now, Tim, that could literally have huge street teams in the next 3 to 6 months. We'll help you do that because you're going to be partnered with us. We'll help you do it. You know people right now that could probably benefit from this. You know people right now that probably are already doing daily fantasy. Invite them to come watch the podcast. Invite them to come over. It's not going to hurt.
No. And to quote a line from a movie, if you build it, they will come. All right. So for Kevin Weldon, I am Tim McNiff. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you right back here on Monday with Let's Play Super Draft.
Go Vikings.
Thank you for engaging with Let's Play Super Draft. You can find more episodes of Let's Play Super Draft at www.letsplaysportsnetwork.com, on the Let's Play Sports Network Facebook page, Twitter account, YouTube channel, and everywhere you find your favorite podcasts. Please rate us if you liked Let's Play Super Draft, as that's how we find and build an audience, which will allow us to bring you more great content from the Let's Play Sports Network. Thanks for joining us, and remember, let's play every day.